Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Justin.
I'm Gabe.
Steven.
Nolan.
This is episode 71 of DangIT Prodcast, and this episode we're going to talk about what we've been up to today.
Recently.
Although I should...
Like the last, what?
Let's say it's almost
8 hours?
Yeah. Yeah.
Last work shift?
Holy fuck.
filled with regret.
Dude, fucking damn.
Oh, I guess
How am I supposed to eat my salad now?
And I guess a little side update. David is now gone over to Japan. We saw some Facebook pictures. Yeah. Yeah, we saw him.
Right? That was funny.
Wow. He's already gone.
I didn't.
Alright, goddamn.
Well, I'm sorry.
Dude, 6 more months.
Something like that,
Give
yeah.
him a taco when he gets back.
Bro,
Give
when
him
he
a
gets-
taco.
When he gets back to welcome back to America from a long trip in Japan, I'm gonna give him yakisoba and some chopsticks.
Damn, that's funny.
Give him some gyros.
Alright, chicken gyros.
Gyros.
Goddamn, first, what?
Okay.
What?
Damn it.
So should we at least talk about like the reactions first?
How's it going so far? Oh, dude, fucking, we already saw how that worked out. We got
Yeah.
a review.
Dude, we saw a bunch of good ones. That fucking Markiplier one, though.
Yeah. A lot of them are recent ones. Those are from the watch priority, which is like recent videos that come out that we should react to for the benefit of the channel. So like that.
We had a reactor react to us.
Yeah.
That too.
That's
That's, a
what-
bonus.
Big news.
That's
Yeah.
a bonus to us. Well, we're not
Shout
react.
out to you, Merrick.
Well, not like a reactor, but you know, a
A
reviewer.
viewer.
Yeah. He actually went in depth about like our personalities and whatnot.
As far as he could read them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it does bring like some valuable information as far as like how we are perceived by like a viewer, and that might be shared among other viewers.
Steven and I are nobodies.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, he said regulars.
We're background
And
characters.
apparently you're on Aniyah?
Aniyah.
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 Nissan.
And then you're still Harlan.
Yeah. Until I can change my name on Facebook again.
And
I said in the previous video that I'm gonna change my name next time to Brew Swillis.
Willis.
First name Brew. Last name Swillis.
Yeah.
And apparently I have no correlation with Justin and DangIT Productions.
Oh, yeah. I'm assuming his last name.
Apparently he does all their editing. Mostly, that's just my guess.
He was right.
It was.
Yeah.
He does all the editing.
Dude, don't worry. It's not just a theory. Thanks for watching.
A dang theory.
Oh,
Fade to black.
oh my god. Anyway, what is it?
That actually seems like it would work. A dang theory.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I hope he continues to watch our videos. What?
Okay, so
I just remembered like an hour ago.
What?
also we did the Bean Boozle and Birdie Bots challenge.
I can taste it on my lips.
Oh,
We should
I
never be in the
taste it
same
now.
bowl together.
I'm drowning it out with cranberry juice.
It was terrible. I got like
don't
skunk.
Have
twice.
cranberry juice.
I got skunk twice. And then I
Oh,
got
that's even worse.
I got some weird
I know about
flavors, and
chocolate
then
milk.
Right?
then we all tasted vomit,
God.
except for Steven, who got the only
Steven
peach.
got the only
peach.
pear. Peach.
Motherfuck. Damn. I
Let's
thought
see.
it was you.
There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There was 8 fucking of those things. 7 of them were fucking vomit.
Well, consider this, fellas. Like, the only package in which the peach?
Yeah.
The only package in which the peach flavored one was the Bean Boozled. There's vomit flavor in both the Bean Boozled and the Birdie Bots. So there's like a double chance of getting the vomit.
But no, that was just from the Bean Boozled box that you poured on Aniyah.
Yo, that's right. Holy cow.
Well, crap.
Eesh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're completely right.
Oh, now I don't want. Even with the mouthwash, it's just
You
like.
could tell, like, the vomit, the
Yeah,
acidity,
dude.
the
All I
acidity
did-
in that shit.
You right?
All of you needed mouthwash. I could not stand to be over there.
Yes, we know.
Hell no, that fucking skunk spray.
Oh, God. Like, wait, let me smell it. Oh.
I don't know.
No. It was so bad.
I came this close to throwing up with that rotten egg.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
I think it affected you a lot more than it affected me. Honestly, I thought it tasted like an asparagus fart or something. provided it's coming out, a sexy
Anise?
booty.
What?
That makes it a little bit better.
Tastes like groceries.
Yeah. I mean, straight up, the rotten egg tastes like the booty, like groceries.
Oh, damn.
Gross.
Dude, I think the booty tastes better than that if I had to take a guess at what the booty tasted like.
No, you just revealed, man. Whose booty but you been eating, man?
I ain't eat any booty.
Why you always lying? Why the
Fuck
fuck you lying?
Oh my
I smelled bad bean on the ground.
I know, dude. Dude, I've had 2 shots of mouthwash trying to get it out, but the handful.
Damn,
You know?
fucking
Right? Like, I think I did well, but in comparison, you guys, like, just had handfuls.
Bruh, the best shit was I grabbed all of the good ones on that final blast. I got nothing but delicious ass flavor.
I was trying to get all of them in my hand, but some of them
Fell.
went back in the bowl.
Yeah, the ones that fell, I ended up picking up.
They all had floor flavored.
Yeah, nasty flavor.
Hey, man, I got big hands, but not big enough. Not big enough to hold all these
You know what they say about big hands?
Go hug people.
Better.
They're not small.
Better masturbation technique.
We didn't need to talk about that. I still think we should do some kind of like spicy challenge. Well,
it's gonna happen.
We kind of did, but
Okay. Speaking on that, Justin. I have recently met a friend who I've been hanging out with recently. His uncle has 3
Carolina Reapers?
No, Trinidad scorpion plants. Which it's a pepper that measures up to the ones that he's grown. He says measure 2.5 million Scoville units, which is double the ghost pepper.
what the fuck?
Why are people
So
dying?
I can get them fresh from him, and he said that he'd give me. He said he'd give a few to me.
Phew.
Oh, why?
So if he can grow enough for us to each have one,
That'd be
we
awesome.
can definitely turn that into a challenge, and those will light a fire under our ass like crazy.
I'm gonna seize up and die.
No,
gotta
it'll be
bring-
fun.
I'm like,
We need to bring all the liquids.
Hey, you
all
guys,
liquids.
on Monday, you guys better pray for me on Monday, because I'm going over to his house to play Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse. And his uncle's going to have me try this Mad Dog hot sauce that measures 6 million Scovilles.
That's a lot.
So it's going to
What?
it's gonna make my face a little bit red.
Yikes.
Damn, you come back look like a tomato. Like, oh shit.
It's going to let him come back. I'm going to be Justin Shirt next week.
Yeah.
That's like nigga.
That's pretty fucking hot considering Carolina Reaper being the world record holder peaked at 2.2 million.
Carolina Reaper's more. No. Oh, no. Because the sauces that they make, they add pure capsaicin to them, which makes them drastically hotter.
Yeah.
Like if you've ever heard of Google a sauce called the Source, and you'll know what I mean.
The sauce is called the source.
It's called the Source. It's
the source of devil's
It's
magic.
crazy.
Source of
I
devil's
guess
magic.
a good little transition to that is that you said you were gonna go play Xenoverse, and you were talking to me earlier, like before we filmed, like anything that you were gonna help out with, like a Let's Play.
yeah. Well, this is just an idea, but a friend of mine from work named Jason, he is an aspiring Let's Player, and he currently has a channel up. It's called
What?
I think Shinra Zero. I can't remember. There's numbers after it. Anyways, I subscribe to him. If
And
you
it's death,
know
and I know
me,
it.
look him up. But he currently has one Let's Play up. I think it's Dead Space. And he's been looking to make some more videos, and I agreed to perhaps come over and maybe help him out with maybe playing a couple friendly matches of Dragon Ball Xenoverse just for fun. And if we have some funny content, maybe publishing it to his channel.
Guy in the middle,
Well,
slumped.
my ass is boring. I'm sorry, people.
Steven, go to sleep in the room!
Oh, God! Am I excited? What?
Yeah, Steven, go ahead and.
Oh, there you
Yeah, man, if you want to...
Yeah, you
Call it
literally
an
started
ideal
snoring.
To your room.
Yeah.
Now, young man.
Yeah. Go to your.
What
Go
time?
to your room.
It's about to be.
I work in 3 hours.
Go to your room.
Go to sleep. Go to
Go to
sleep.
your
Go to
room.
sleep. Go to sleep.
We'll make sure
You're
to wake
Go
you
take a
up.
nap,
Go.
man.
You're excused.
Go.
You're excused.
All right, man.
Bleh.
Thanks for sticking it out.
All right.
Atakapa. Atakapa.
Steven, aka guy in the middle, everybody.
The knife.
Oh, he's got to take the knife too. He's got to take the knife.
Who knows? Fucking shit. Yeah.
For evil. For Rita.
Oh god. How's the content for Dead Space for this Let's Play? Or how the quality is?
I watched the first episode of it. Like I've said on previous podcasts and whatnot. I don't watch too many YouTube videos, so I don't really have a lot of time and to watch videos. So most of the videos I watch is here with y'all. So I haven't watched all but the first one, and honestly, it's pretty good. For somebody who is just getting into it, he's definitely putting his toes in the water. So
Okay.
I'll support him.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to talk about what's it called? How I wanted to do a gaming thing. Especially with the next gen systems and all that. How they have the record function and all that.
Yeah.
A lot of them you can upload those recordings straight to YouTube.
Huh.
Like you can do some editing if you want, but for the most part you could take the recording and send it straight to your YouTube account and or live stream it with Twitch and whatnot.
Okay.
And I was thinking, that's pretty fucking cool. I might do that as a jump start to get into a nigga. What was that face?
I was listening to you talk the whole time.
You've been sitting over there for a minute just looking at you like...
Like your beanie was covering one eye, and the one eye that I do see is that color. It's the color of that shirt. Or this shirt. Whichever.
I'm tired.
They're both bad.
I'm tired.
Just that eye is tired though.
I'm tired.
Why are people referencing
tired,
my shirt?
Because it's so big red. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no. Yeah.
So, yeah, because it seemed like you guys enjoyed the Last of Us shit that I did.
Yeah.
Although, granted, that's like one in a dozen games that actually turns out good in my favor.
Fucking teammates bullshit.
So I guess-
Otherwise, I'm yelling angrily at the game.
So I guess like it just come down to like how do I put it into like editing software and also like merging it with like audio and stuff like that.
Audio.
It would just come down to that
Oh,
for just starting that out.
that's all in there.
Well, yeah, but like syncing with this microphone or something
I
like that.
wouldn't need to.
Really? Well, then how would you record? Vocal audio
Into the game.
with the headset.
Like the headset, you can talk into
Okay.
it and it records everything.
Okay, headset.
You can even add commentary to it later.
Oh, cool. Okay.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. And you could do like literal editing. You could like fucking slap a sticker on there and put some text on it.
Well, that's a start.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, so it'll be some like janky ass basic type editing.
I'm gonna have to look at it though, just to see how's it gonna go. Okay.
Yeah, you got
Like it's gonna be on your channel.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, okay.
As far as
Sorry,
Let's
man.
Plays go, have any of you been watching any Mario Maker stuff?
I have.
Mario, it's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely see the challenging aspect of it too.
I was watching the Game Grumps
Grumps.
playthrough.
Yeah.
That Pac Mario level, while not flawless, was really cool.
I watched the easy level made by Ross. That's
What is it? You just run straight and there's the flag?
no, it's the opposite.
What, you take 2 steps on a wall of bullet bills with one Mario height space between them? Because that's what I was thinking of doing if ever I played that Mario Maker.
It's filled with like troll traps,
Yeah.
like invisible blocks that like if you want to jump it like wink.
Kaizo
Yeah.
Mario stuff.
Yeah. Aniyah, do you need to go rest or something?
What? Hey,
Go
what
to
was
sleep.
that? What was that game show, you guys?
What?
What was that game show where they had the big ass wall
The Price is Right.
that would come
Hole in the
forward?
wall.
Hold. Stupid. Yeah, you could totally make a Mario level based on hole in the wall utilizing what you just said with the bullet bills. That'd be amazing.
Tell me, boss, man, you gotta do it like this and make sure to be awake.
Bro, why is everyone asleep?
Yeah.
It's because it is almost 4 in the morning.
No, it's not.
It's almost
It's 9 in the afternoon. Look,
Yeah, it's not.
look at the lights.
You mean
Nigga,
the
this
AM?
is. You say 9 in the afternoon?
In the AM.
Yeah.
9 a.m.
Dude, we're nocturnal.
So niggas like I'm half out and part
Look,
lizard.
people.
What?
Look, disregarding the fact that Justin is obviously part of an Illuminati conspiracy, we are all vampires. And if you leave us hater comments, we will find you. We will kill you. Liam Neeson style. But Liam Neeson, if he was a vampire, that is all.
Liam Neeson is forever young. No, sorry.
Touch my hat one more time, and I will find you, and I will kill you.
Should we talk about
You have to be
knowing
found
your
first
new
before you
haircut, or do you want to just like?
Yeah, I got a racist guy haircut.
Because
As
it's
if you
racist.
can see.
Why is it called racist?
Yeah, gotta the racist lesbian mohawk.
Lesbian mohawk.
Hold on. What do you mean by lesbian? Though? let's make sure that we don't offend anyone here.
Yeah,
It's
that's
the
not
haircut, it's the haircut that a woman would get if she
as
liked
a
women.
woman, and I enjoy the company of women.
Let's make sure not to
Okay,
offend any
well-
racists. Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh no, don't get me right. Don't get me wrong. I'm white, so I'm racist by association
Dude,
of
you're-
my own.
Damn.
Dude, because you were born white, you were automatically a racist in the eyes of like half the world.
Oh, absolutely. I totally understand. Like, I am going to a white guy meetup later on in the week, and we're all gonna wear the yoke across our back with shirts that say "I'm sorry" on it, and we're all gonna carry around Bernie Sanders signs and apologize for slavery one day at a time.
Anyway, I want to know exactly why you wanted to get that design for your hair.
I just did it.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Like no intention. Like, oh, I want to like have this kind of hairstyle, and they're like, oh, let's just do that.
Yeah, a couple days ago, I've been thinking about shaving my head, so I got about halfway through. And
Why don't you go Walter White on us?
Start selling meth. No. Well,
That'll
I
bring
mean,
in
that
the
ship's
money.
already sailed. I lived in Weaverville, North Carolina. If you weren't selling meth, you weren't living. I just woke up the other day and I decided, I'm gonna shave my head, and then I quit halfway through like a big pussy. So now,
You know what? At least you got the sides. At least you didn't go fucking Skrillex and just have one side shaved.
What I should have done is start from the middle and pussied out. So then I had, the awesome the Kevin from The Office.
Nah,
Haircut.
bro, you would have had the mayor from Whoville.
Yeah, or something like that.
So you're pretty much down with that hairstyle, stuff like that. You're not gonna really change it up or anything.
I don't know. I might go to a salon.
A salon?
Yeah, I might go to a salon.
A salon with Aniyah?
Yeah, maybe. Look,
Or no, Aniyah.
I'm either gonna do one of three things. I'm either gonna leave it alone because I'm lazy, which is probably what I'm gonna do.
Like
Most
90% possible.
Yeah.
Most probable
Either
outcome.
I'm gonna go to a salon and be like, yeah, my buddy Steven, I asked him to give me a haircut. He didn't do a really good job. So can
damn.
you fix this up for me?
Hold on, dude. Before you go, if you're gonna go with that, let me just get you with a clipper that goes like diagonally through your hair.
And if I don't do that, then one of the nights we film, I'm gonna have Justin hold his camera, and me and Gabriel will reenact that scene from Chinibio where Yuta shaves the dude's head, and they freaking cry and have the manly speech while he's cutting his hair.
I remember that.
I'm gonna tell
No,
him
we have to say that for when I cut my hair during New Year's.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
Okay.
Well, see, I'm already down with you to do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shave my head at New Year's anyways,
Also, I'm gonna dye my hair green.
and then shave it off.
Yeah. I've never.
Bro, you're gonna look like freaking Zoro from One Piece for a little while because your head's gonna be green.
You're gonna look like Shinji.
Shinji.
Yeah. My Shinji. Because he has long green hair.
Hey,
Yeah, that's
Shinji.
true.
Yeah.
You kind of do have the same hair, but not quite as stylized.
Yeah.
However, before I even dye it, I'm gonna, what's it called? I want to make sure I have a yellow hairband. Get a Ritsu real quick. That's been my plan since like
Fucking
A minute.
like April.
Months ago.
Well, on New Year's, I'm gonna shave my beard too. So I want to make sure to get as many pictures. Like me and you should make a day of this where we get as many hilarious pictures in the process of removing our hair.
Yeah.
Like I
I should
wanted
dye
to,
my beard purple.
Yeah.
I wanted to go through
Whoa.
like a bunch of different hairstyles, but at the same time to do that I have to like cut it down every now and again. But I really want just to have fucking everyone be plastered and just take turns putting one stripe through my hair.
Here's what I want to do at
That's
least
gonna like
once.
confetti in your hair.
I want to shave off all my hair except for one little piece in the front, and then I want you guys to wax it into a curly mustache on my forehead, and then I'm gonna shave it into a Hitler mustache with big ass sideburns.
Bonne nuit.
I mean, I already got the racist dude haircut. I might
Bruh.
as well
Wait,
top it off with a
hell
little
no.
Sieg Heil in the middle here.
The best you could ever do is if like your eyebrows grew at an unnatural length.
They can though. I'll just take these two pieces of hair from your head, cut them off, and freaking tuck tape.
No, because I was gonna say this, dude. You could fucking get that patch of hair, style it into the fucking curly Q mustache. Fucking be up to long ass eyebrows, stylize that in some curly Q
Like I'm
mustache.
saying, I can
fucking your mustache, curly Q mustache, and you grow your beard into a curly Q
just let
mustache.
me borrow some of your hair.
All the curls.
Yeah, curl mustache to the fourth.
Just
power.
have 4 fucking curly Q mustaches down your goddamn face.
I'll
Show
do
up
it.
one day at the gym, do everything but curls.
You gotta take a picture like that.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
I'm losing my voice.
I'm gonna look like an infant
Good?
on January 1st.
Oh, I got that skunk like in the back of my throat.
It doesn't like to play games. It like sneaking up on you like an Assassin's Creed, baby.
Dead.
Gotta use that Hawkeye, baby.
Somebody smack that dang ass bug on the wall.
Death!
Thank you.
Oh.
That's some teamwork.
Now you have Hep
That's
C.
like a team ultimate jutsu.
Death!
Damn, you imagine getting punched by a fist that got karate chopped into you?
Damn.
What?
Inertia! And then pain. But yeah, that's it, buddy.
I wonder.
Pain.
How badass would that be as a punch in a fighting game? Where it's just like 3 strong motherfuckers that can punch really hard and some incredible strength fucking do a spin, chuck 2 dudes. The first dude chucks 2 dudes. Mid-flight, the second dude chucks the first dude even faster, and that motherfucker just punches the shit out of someone.
Toriko.
I don't know, Rick. I don't know, Rick. The guys kind of throwing each other with high impacts. It sounds kind of gay.
Oh my god. I thought of it.
wrong with-
It's Toriko throwing Goku.
No,
while
it's
holding-
Goku throwing Toriko and Luffy. Toriko throwing Luffy, and Luffy hitting that motherfucker with a King Kong cannon.
No, it's
The fuck is a Toriko?
It's gotta be Toriko, the one that's carrying fucking Goku.
Wow.
Yeah, who's Toriko?
Because he's huh?
Who's Toriko?
Damn, that's funny. Toriko.
Blue hair Goku.
Yeah, basically. Like he has like his
With a
whole-
neck this thick.
So JoJo?
Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah, I remember. From
No,
Ultimate Stars?
but like his whole design is based off like orange fucking outfit and everything.
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah.
looks exactly
Orange
like
doji and everything.
but just
Yeah.
blue hair.
Like he,
I remember seeing
So
it.
he looks like the orange costume of Ryu in Smash
That's
Bros.
fucking tall.
Dude.
Well, like nah, not even that.
With the neck the size of a fucking tree trunk.
Yeah, like his neck is unnecessarily thick. But just imagine him throwing Goku. Did you have a picture of
Oh,
Toriko?
okay. I've seen that guy before. Holy
Yeah.
cow.
Him throwing Goku, and then Goku doing his fucking oh damn, hope he never does that. But let's say Kaioken burst, which would be intense, while fucking Luffy pops into Gear 4th in mid-flight, which would be hilarious because he turns fat, and then King Kong.
Dude, you imagine that though?
Dude, the way he launched
That
off Flamingo,
fucking inertia.
that is pain. That is death. Your soul will be gone.
Dude.
Like you got
Like the
soul-
moment that punch makes contact,
Yeah, right.
matter explodes that direction,
Dude,
killing everything that's in that direction in the shape of a fist.
He's going. Whoever's getting punched is going around the world at least once.
No, they won't. They literally won't go anywhere because they are vaporized on contact.
I just thought of Watchmen right now. Like when fucking Dr. Manhattan blows up people.
Yeah.
Do it back. But yeah. But yeah, dude, I still smell it.
Yeah, I smell it.
I'm definitely gonna mouthwash the fuck out my fucking.
I'm gonna have to make sure like I brush the tongue like good in the back.
Dude, I'm about to.
I'm gonna eat the rest of my toothpaste.
Fucking gross. Right?
Fucking overdose on fluoride.
Dude,
I'm gonna be on the floor like this.
Are you up? I'm cleaned up.
I'm clean though.
Oh my god. Dude, fucking The Last of Us. I don't care if you kill me. I burned your friend. Boom.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, he did.
Oh,
Which is actually banter. From the last
That is literal fucking banter.
that's funny.
Boom. Oh, he did.
Oh fuck, dude, that was ridiculous.
Oh, too bad they didn't have the fucking black heart monitor.
Yeah. Oh, he did.
So what kind of video game or like what kind of like let's play type of like video would you like to make, Gabe?
The thing is, I want to do two different types, really. I want to do, like, actual Let's Plays with commentary and fucking me fucking around having fun with the viewers and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And then, parallel to that, do walkthroughs, where there's no commentary and it's just showing the hidden secrets, the story, pretty much everything there is to do in the game.
Reminds me of Chugga Conroy. I don't know if you guys know about him.
Khan?
I know that guy.
Yeah.
I've never watched him,
baby.
but I know what he's about.
Yeah. Like, he did, like, a full-on, like, walkthrough of Xenoblade Chronicles, which took, like, a year to plan out.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. It was ridiculous. How much effort, especially with, like, the lore he looks up for, to get to all
That ain't shit. I'm gonna show people a walkthrough of Skyrim.
Goodness gracious.
Why would you do that to yourself?
But not before I do fucking Elder Scrolls, and then fucking Morrowind, and then Oblivion.
I wonder how many subs
Do
he's at.
RuneScape,
Last
dude.
time I checked, he was, like, close to 1 million.
Jesus,
Well
niggas.
deserved. Well deserved.
Get your
We'll give
fucking
that guy
no.
I get that guy a look, see?
No.
Lord.
I don't have a lifetime.
Anyway,
You can do a walk through a RuneScape. Just, you know.
RuneScape.
RuneScape's a good game.
No,
man.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not a good game. I'm saying no. Like, there's gonna be 17 hours of me chopping the same tree.
We can do it together. We can chop that tree as brothers.
Brothers.
Oh my god! I just imagine two dudes simultaneously chopping a tree on each end. Like, yeah, man.
Nah.
Ho, hop, hop, ho,
Yeah,
hop.
I'm thinking more of Aniyah.
Oh my god, that fucking.
Bully.
Oh my, bully. Phineas, there's a baby in this trash receptacle. Don't touch it, Barnaby, or the mother won't take it back.
Damn. Hey, ho, up. Fucking up that big ass.
If we do like start like a gaming series on DangIT Productions, do you think it'd be beneficial to have everyone or as many people as possible, or like keep it limited to like 1 or 2, 3, whatever?
Well, it will pretty much boil down to
I'd stick it. I would.
to gamer to whoever's playing, really.
Whoever's playing and then one other person, I feel like would be
Maybe.
optimal.
Depends. Maybe like
I'm
multiplayer.
not. Yeah, I'm not saying I won't do multiplayer. It's just like if it's a single player game, it's just gonna be me.
Yeah, I was thinking like, wait, like in what term? Like,
I
might
don't know,
just be
I
like
think
the clip, right?
Yeah, like just like taking example Game Grumps do like
Oh yeah,
yeah,
where
just like 2 people.
All right, okay,
You know,
because
they have like 4 people
like in the
total.
back. Okay, because I was thinking like when I'm seeing like Let's Plays, because fucking Markiplier, like would you just have like a little the camera angle of the person playing, or would it just be all of us in a like damn, there's somebody else who did it, but like we take more of the resolution of the screen and then like how you do with our reaction.
Yeah,
like,
I know what
block.
you mean.
Yeah,
like size down the video image itself,
Like the actual gameplay.
Yeah. Have like a background, then have like another screen of us. Like
Because my thing with the thing is I wanted to have that instead of my actual feed.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Because God, do I rage when I play sometimes. Like bad, especially playing The Last of Us. And
I haven't seen it yet.
Dude, not only do I rage, there's times that I get like stupid into the game to where I make the most ridiculous comments. Fucking Aniyah, smoke going out. Fuck your smoke, nigga. I got a shotgun.
Right? Oh, fucking lead everywhere. That shit was funny.
I ran up on him. That shit was hilarious.
The guy who dodged the Molotov.
Oh my god. Abandoned ship!
Right? Fucking jumped down a 2-story building.
I have that clip.
Oh, fuck. You didn't upload it to anything, have you yet?
Nuh-uh.
Oh.
I have the clip though.
Fucking hilarious.
I showed Nolan it
Fucking that was funny.
Yeah.
when I jumped off the balcony.
That was great.
That was
Fucking
funny.
chuck.
Dude, that guy,
Oh.
right? The guy wasn't letting up. And
The
then
dude
your
just
homeboys
popped
came.
out the window like, "Trrrr," and you were like, nope. You jump.
I thought I was gonna hit him with the Molotov. We went right over his shoulder. Even he paused for a second.
Oh, yeah, he did. What the fuck? He was like, boom.
I'm alive.
Right?
Oh, like that dude who threw the bomb right next to me when I was in the corner. I'm just like,
Oh, yeah, right. Oh.
boom.
Dang.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Damn, that's funny.
Felt like Knuckles.
Right.
Oh no.
All right. Was there anything else that we wanted to bring up in the podcast?
I forget.
We were talking about. Yeah, we were talking about Merrick.
We were talking about.
We were talking about Merrick
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about marriage.
and Aniyah.
I'm slowly losing my voice.
Niha sounds like a sexy lady.
You tried.
Okay, what else? Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of sad that I don't have a personality to him.
I feel
I
like
don't think he's watched the right videos where you really come out. And honestly, like we've had so many conversations about before, you just like blossom in the podcast, which nobody freaking watches for some reason.
it's because it's too long though.
Well, they're
That's
too long,
true.
but at the same time, have you noticed that the numbers have actually been going up with
Yeah.
each subsequent podcast?
Yeah.
I think our latest one had not counting the most current one, but the one from last week, isn't it like 300-400 views?
I don't remember. I just know that
I shall check.
I know that one of our podcasts was Would You Rather.
Yeah,
That was like the 2,000, 3,000 view one
Wow.
Was it really?
because of the title.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be so.
Oh, the Little Mermaid Honest trailer came
Maybe
out.
we should look up some.
Oh yeah, I set all the videos up to be like released.
It has
on the
one
side.
view.
What else one view?
I'm fucking
Oh, you have them
screen
on a
capping
queue?
that.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could do
Dude,
that.
uploaded fucking 50 seconds ago.
yeah.
Look at that. 52 and 54 seconds.
Hey,
I'm gonna send you that
comment
picture.
first. Comment first. Right now.
Nah, you're too late.
It's already at
It's
6
me.
views, not worth it.
It's me who comes first,
Dude!
bruh.
Episode 70, almost 1,000 views.
Nice.
Nice.
And the one before, 69, less. 853. And the one before, 2,000. That's the Would You Rather.
Yeah.
Snort cocaine mentally.
I don't even know. But
What I count on is the people that are like just kind of slacking off and they're like, well, I've literally watched all the rest of my subscriptions and I'm still bored. Here we go. And then they'll listen to it and they'll like what they hear and they'll be like, well, maybe I'll listen to it again.
That might be.
I
one
know there are certain podcasts that I haven't listened to until I was literally so bored that I had nothing else to do.
person.
And I follow them still.
I think that's happened to me once where I just like listen to a podcast, but I didn't really like. Oh, I'll continue listening. It was just like.
that's how it was when I had my other phone. That's how it was with the Rooster Teeth podcast. I set it to episode 1, and it would download the next 3 when I finished the first 3.
Yeah.
So it would give me 3 episodes at a time and delete them as I went through. That way it doesn't hold up my memory.
Okay.
I got to episode 10.
Not bad.
Because after that, I just never got around to listening to them.
That's damn far.
It
I
is
mean,
pretty
they're-
far when you consider that, 600?
Yeah, and like how long their podcasts are.
7 hours.
Wait, what?
Would you ever consider doing a 24-hour live stream?
A live stream. Well, I'll need a really good rigged up camera for that.
24-hour?
Yeah.
How much money am I getting paid?
They've done those before. A lot of big YouTubers have done that, like for charity events and all that.
What?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Dude, they
You do
they,
things.
Everything.
They have commenters that like throw shit out and donate money for the requests. Like
I mean, we could. I could bring my freaking DDR pad over and we could annoy the shit out of the neighbors while I freaking rock that heavy mode.
Because what's it called? A lot of them were pointed at fucking no. Yeah, a lot of them were pointed at Michael. One of them was for him to shave his head. Another was for him to eat I think it was like 8 lava cakes.
Sounds delicious.
What about grasshoppers? We could eat grasshoppers.
Nah, I'm good.
I had a scorpion.
Nah, I'm good.
We ate a scorpion on the same day. His tasted better than mine.
Yeah, it did. I like the fuck out of it.
Mine tasted like straight tequila. It was awful.
I don't hear anything about tacos.
What's up, bitch?
Eat tacos and pizza.
Name's Todd. So gross. Like, why would you do that?
Fuck that guy.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
Fuck anyone named Todd. If you're named Todd, change your name.
Todd Bridges.
Nothing against you. Just name Todd.
Todd Bridges. Yeah, nigga, I like the pod.
It's Todd Bridges? Oh, it's Ty Bridges.
Todd. Wait. I think it is Todd. It rolls off the tongue better.
You're Todd.
I'm not Todd.
I always thought it was Ty Bridges.
Todd Naya.
Todd Dye.
Aniyah.
Todd Niha.
Todd Niha.
Anene.
Yeah.
Anelin degenerate.
Okay, I just realized something.
Anelin degenerate.
Bruh, I think a bunch of people who watch the videos, if they watch enough of them, I think they're gonna realize I'm the Illuminati.
But Justin's already the Illuminati.
Because
He's owned by the Disney Corporation.
Because, dude, like,
he secretly has the wool over their eyes.
fucking 4 hours ago, I realized that when I get, like, exacerbated by whatever the fuck stupid shit we say, I go like this and I fucking do that.
Illuminati confirmed.
I'm just like, fucking Lord.
It's on your mind.
But actually, it's love.
It's actually
a heart.
You.
It's a heart, people. That's also a heart. That's also a heart.
Stop throwing up
I
like.
can make a heart so many ways.
Stop throwing up gang signs for the Valentine clan, dude.
Valentine clan?
Yo, just because you can't be in love with the earth
Nigga, who's that? With the earth?
doesn't mean
The Earth.
Look,
Earth and the girth.
look.
Tara.
Maybe you should go outside.
I fucked Tara.
Maybe you should go outside and try to appreciate for once in your life.
Go hug that blade of grass out there.
How you gonna find enlightenment if you can't even appreciate the love that people have?
Nigga, I inhale oxygen with pride every time.
How would you feel if I just levitated right now?
Let me see.
Honestly,
let
that'd
me
be
see
the
you
most
inhale.
interesting thing. I'll be like, fuck.
Wait.
I'll be like, whoa.
You guys have to inhale. I love oxygen.
I mean, I know what you don't love. I know what you don't love. I know what you don't love.
Oxygen.
Sorry, go ahead.
Nazis.
Wait. I don't like.
You don't like gay people.
What? I don't like.
Oh, whoa, where did this come from?
Why are we forever just gonna call him?
He's homophobic.
What do I have to do?
I don't even
to prove
remember
that?
what he originally said that made you like, why are you homophobic? And then you just fucking ran with that shit for like the last
Nah,
month.
he always homophobic.
Wait, what do I have to do to prove?
Oh my
you
god.
guys?
No. I remember that conversation because you're like, nah, why are you so homophobic? You're like, I'm not homophobic. I got gay friends. I give them hugs sometimes.
Oh, my
Oh yeah,
God.
did I pull a white guy move? I mean, like, I don't know what else I'm supposed to tell you now.
Man, you freaking... When you can evolve from an Oreo to a Chips Ahoy, you come and tell me.
What the fuck, nigga? You compare me to deliciousness, nigga? I don't know how to take that. Is that a compliment? I like.
You got a white creamy center. Check your motherfucking privilege.
What the fuck? I know my privilege, nigga. I don't have to deal with that.
You're not
I'm not no Oreo.
You're not allowed to say nigga no more because you got a creamy white
Whoa,
center.
whoa. Calm, pump your brakes, motherfucker. Can't give me my
I find
privilege.
offense to that.
Right? What, motherfucker?
Look,
Mother.
look. You see, you're right. You're right. 'Cause I'm not a white girl, so I'm not allowed to tell you what your privilege is.
Whoa, can you not?
But at the same time,
I don't know what's going
if you
on.
tell me that I'm not a white girl, then I can tell you to check your motherfucking privilege.
Contradiction? What the, is
Should we
that
just
like,
end it here?
Yeah,
No.
no. Is that like,
I'm loving this.
is that like the
I can't
feminine
wait.
Fight.
No,
Was you not PC, bro?
Jesus.
Huh?
You not PC, bro?
What the fuck is PC, nigga? Oh my god. Oh, that's what we're supposed to be talking about. Homeboy who
shot.
got that social injustice.
Ahmed. my
Yeah, you
boy
brought that
Ahmed.
up. I was like, I swear to God, there was
Man,
something
that was a
super good.
grim miscarriage of justice.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude who built a homemade
Oh,
clock.
the homemade clock.
I was like, nope.
Just look at him. Just look at him.
So it was not a legit like bomb or anything.
That
He
kid,
made a clock.
he was just a
clock.
kid having a good time.
It
and
tells
trying
you
to-
the time. What's wrong knowing what time it is?
That's
I
a
mean,
criminal
that'd
offense
be
in
like-
some
That
countries.
is if it tells you the time of your death.
Death clock.
I mean, can you imagine like?
Death clock.
Can you imagine like drawing, like being an artist, being an artist, being an artist, and like drawing a picture that you were just super proud of, and then like showing it to somebody, and then getting
Arrested.
handled by the police for it? That's, I mean, just come on,
was
man.
13 too.
I don't even know.
People
I
in
don't
this
know-
country gotta have some common sense.
I mean, I don't know the backstory of like what happened. It's like as far as the reasoning of why they did it.
Middle Eastern boy made a homemade clock, and people thought it was a bomb, so they called the police, and he was arrested.
Just like that, like
Yeah.
oh, I don't trust that clock. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of clocks in my time.
It made a tick tick noise. I'm guessing.
Right? You know, like
I'm just saying, man, the law in this country, they are just out of their cotton picking minds. Like, holy fuck. I cannot believe just the ridiculousness.
Social Injustice Squad assemble.
I'm just like iffy.
All I'm
Impotent
saying
rage,
is that,
oh, jeez.
you know, kids should be left to be kids. And you know, in the United States...
Except for those slender kids.
Hey,
Well, just look. I ran
Slenderman
into a 15-year-old kid at market night the other night.
yeah.
He's 15 years old, you know, and he was talking about how he was getting like messed up with gangs, and he was in a group home, and his family was like he's having to try to be an adult, and he's not an adult. And these adult people that are grown up that have probably just been miserable and are miserable, they're trying to inflict their misery on these kids. And you just, in this country, more if we're gonna turn this country around, we gotta start letting kids be kids.
Bruh.
So many kids in this country don't get the chance to be, and they grow up and they're like I never knew what it was like to have fun as a child, and now I'm fucked up as an adult. So
Yeah.
and that's just what happened with this kid. And it's a damn good thing that people on social media rallied behind this kid, because he whenever he got, and he made the video where he was saying like, thank you everybody on social media for recognizing me and coming and having me back. You could see that his hope and his faith was restored. And hopefully in the future we can just maybe have a little bit more common sense.
Dude, picking up on that, yeah, I know exactly what it's like to grow up at a way young age. Yeah, reality really hit me when I was entering second grade. That's when the darkness of reality really overshadowed my innocent view, and I just kind of just stopped.
Yeah. And you
Like,
didn't,
I still had like fun, but there's always that shadow that was following me that's like, this can't last.
yeah. And you turned out to be a really amazing person. And I imagine...
Thing is, I'm a very special case, like, and I thank my dad for that. He worked hard to shelter me from that as long as he could, just like we're doing our hardest to shelter my little brother from it as long as we can. And I think we're doing a pretty good job with him, because because for the most part, as terrible as it is to say, my mom's been out of his life for a good majority, so she hasn't been able to fuck with him all that much.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Any situation where there's not two loving parents is not a good one.
Yes and no. Because if there's one bad parent, one really good parent can make up leaps and bounds what two average parents can do.
That's true. Shout out to all the single mothers and fathers out there that are trying your best.
Dude, shout out to the fucking foster parents.
Foster parents. Good lord.
Especially ones that take older kids.
Oh my god, yeah. I had a friend who was a foster home kid, and she got picked up at a older age, and that's just amazing to me.
Yeah, like 10 and older. That's That's a long time to be in the system.
Whew.
That is a long time to be in the system. A couple years ruins people.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Yep, stuff like that shouldn't let people give up hope. That's the worst thing that's going on right now.
It's hard to, though, at times.
Yeah, I know, but when you get a chance, try your best to reach out and be as dominant in positivity as you can.
My senior year of high school, I was actually like scouring online to find like group homes, foster homes, like how boys' houses that I could volunteer at and just hang out. Because although I've never been in the system, I've had times when I had neither parent. One was either in jail or gone, off doing their own thing. So I was like jumping from family member to family member, not really having a stable place to live, and yeah, it's not fun, especially when it's bad when you're younger than 15 and you're able to instinctively pack everything you own in a matter of hours.
Yeah.
Where you know how to pack everything that you need and leave whatever you don't. And you could just have it all in like a single bag.
Yeah.
I've had to do that so many times, and I think it has messed with me a lot. But I've overcome it mainly through the support of my family, even though a lot of the pressure that I felt came from them because of how my family is very prideful. And so there's a lot of times growing up that I felt I didn't measure up. But there's a lot of times when they would come lift me up out of my despair. They would come and tell me how amazing I was in their eyes, and that really boosted me a lot. What's it called? Justin, towards the end of my senior year, you know what happened with everything and all that. I think I've told you guys a story too. During like that whole ordeal that was going on, like literally everything that my life revolved around just got shattered in the matter of about 2 weeks. Cause my long-term girlfriend that I imagined having a future with broke up with me and cheated on me. My dad found out that he had cancer.
Fuck.
I was on the verge of not graduating. I found out that I could never join, that I could never be a Marine officer and go to the Naval Academy, which was my dream career since I was in 6th grade. And then, fuck, my grandma was starting to get sick, and then all that just happened at once. And there were several times in a matter of from like the week of Easter of 2013 all the way to about midsummer that I would have panic attacks, anxiety attacks, hardcore depression. I've contemplated suicide about 4 or 5 times throughout all that, and I came really, really close to it once, and it took a lot to get me out of it. And even now, as calm as you guys think I am now, and like how level-headed and all that is, I used to be way chiller before. Like, I'm a lot more jittery than I used to be. Because I still get mild panic attacks every now and again. Like, there's times that I just can't operate at a normal level. That I lose focus on what I'm doing, and I just have to anything. And
man, I think all of us kind of need to have those moments every now and again, just to kind of get ourselves together.
Yeah.
And to kind of just feel, I think it's very important for people to learn the art of being okay with doing nothing every now and again, because people need that. People need the time to do nothing and be nothing and just separate themselves and reimagine who they are and who they could be.
yeah.
Now, being still or doing nothing? There's two different things with those concepts.
Say, you know what I'm getting at. So that is the principle.
It's better for us to be still, but the art we need to focus on is vent. Because there's, people who end up going like towards psychopathic tendencies. That's somebody who didn't have the proper vent to actually get those raw emotions that needed to get out. That's why with this thing that's going on with this kid right now, it's actually a good thing that he knows that there's people that support him, and the fact that it was unjust. So he has some positive reinforcement. I'm pretty sure his family's behind him as well. So stuff like this can never happen to people.
Well, what about that one story that we saw that one vlogger do about that 19-year-old kid?
A vlogger?
A vlogger.
Yeah. I don't remember who it was.
Because first I thought you were talking about Nate's, but
it was like I don't know. Fuck, I can't remember his name. But we watched a few of his videos. He was the one that did the woman gets a soul slapped out of her on the train.
Soul slap?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Like we watched like 6-7 of the videos.
Are you serious?
One of them was with the iPhone case that looked like a gun.
Oh shit!
I can't remember his name. But
yeah, homeboy, the white dude, right?
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. I forgot his name.
The story that he did a story on this 19-year-old kid.
Oh yeah, something about a dating app.
He was on Tinder.
Yeah,
or Hot or Not, one of those.
Yeah, I think it was Hot or Not. Yeah,
and
the chick about ID.
Huh? And he was talking to this one girl. And who said that she was 17, where he was from, that's the age of consent. So they met up, they talked for a bit, and they ended up hooking up. Turns out she was 14, and her parents had no idea where she was.
What the
They ended up calling, finding out that she was with him. Big thing happened. Like there's a whole bunch of files, saved messages and whatnot that have her claiming the whole time that she is 17. Even her account on the dating app said that she was 17.
Jesus.
So this kid honestly thought to God that she was 17 in age of consent. But because of all of that, he was thrown on all of the, what's it called? He has to register as a sex offender for the next, I think, 25 years.
Yeah, oh my God.
He can't talk to anyone under the age of 17.
Anyone.
Like, there's a whole bunch of shit that just went wrong for this. And the sad thing is, even the girl's parents didn't want to press charges. Like, they knew how fucked up this situation was because of what their daughter did. How she manipulated some guy into doing this, and now he's getting his life ruined for it. Like, the parents talked it over, and, like, they understand that it's a fucked up situation. And, the thing is, they tried to, they lied to him about striking a deal. They said that if he pled guilty, they'd throw him on like a probationary thing, where anyone from the age of, I think it was 18 to 22, if it's their first offense, they kind of get like, not so much a slap on the wrist, but not quite a punishment. So they get like a very stern final warning, like if you do this again, you're fucked, type deal. So they promised him that. He pled guilty, and they just swept that under the rug and didn't give him it, and just threw the book at him.
Screw that, dude.
Like there's a lot of things wrong with the justice system and just people in general and how fucked up they can be. And it's sad because a lot of the times people read stories and don't know the full story.
Yeah.
Like he said, when he first heard about this, he just read 19-year-old boy rapes 14-year-old girl. And he's like instantly, like he let his prejudice hit him like this is a terrible person and all that. And then he ended up reading the story and like, fuck, I feel sorry for this guy. Like, what's he supposed to do? Every girl he meets ask for ID? Like, yeah, sure, that's fucking the smart thing to do, but it's unrealistic. Like,
yeah, nobody does that.
And it's sad that you have to go through that many measures because people are so willing to lie to get something and then get you in trouble for it.
Yeah, dude. Holy hell.
Well, this took a very somber turn.
And the worst part is that I have nothing to contribute with it. I feel like I'm just too sheltered about this kind of crap. Like, I hear about it, but it doesn't ever, like, come, like, it's never, like, within my point, like, within my view, range of view. Like, it's, like, let's say, like, there's a barrier, like, that spans, like, a certain, like, length and radius where I'm just completely sheltered. Everything around me is just echoes, never, like given to me. So, like, I want to feel something, but I can only feel so much for these people.
And honestly, that's not that bad. That's more of a blessing than you can imagine, dude.
You know how to be empathetic.
Yeah, it's enough to be empathetic.
Yeah, because knowing how bad it actually is and knowing the true experience of it, it's not worth it.
Yeah, because what is it? You know what? This actually reminds me of something I saw earlier today. I don't know if it was. I think it was. It looked pretty real. Some little phrase. You know how you get to say something in your yearbook, like under your picture.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? This girl said, "Is it better to be born good or to what is it? I guess basically traverse through evil obstacles, become a better person."
So to be, like, automatically good, or, like, to be, like, in that ditch pile,
being
yourself.
To either be a Goku or a Vegeta.
Yeah.
Yeah, because to be honest,
Sonic Shout.
yeah, to be honest, that's a pretty tough thing to say because there's a multitude of things that could go with. If you're born good, basically something that doesn't give you much of a struggle, but at the same time, you didn't have like just not that much of a struggle. But at the same time, not having like a negative tendency to do things out of line. You got like good discipline, but there's certain experiences that people that will usually say you don't understand how that actually feels until you go through the experience yourself, like walk a mile in my shoes type stuff. But going through the hardships, that's so something like that can never happen again. That's the whole point of like learning from your mistakes, so it can never be repeated. But as a whole, it looks like it's going to be a long way to go.
Honestly, with me, the people who say walk a mile in my shoes know how I suffered and all that. That's some bullshit, dude, because they know how bad it is. Why would you want someone to go through that? I've gone through having no home. I've gone through starvation. I've gone through fucking being, like, deathly ill with my family having no money, no insurance, and no place to go. Like, no one needs that.
No.
No one needs that. If anyone's like, damn, I feel sorry for them, like, bro...
Yeah, see, all that stuff comes with...
It's bad, but I'll honestly say that it's not as bad as... It's worse than they think, but don't give that much sympathy because I made it through it. It's as bad as it was, it could have been worse. That's always going to be the thing. Unless I've been killed by the situation, it could have always been worse.
Yeah. It's better to be congratulatory to somebody who made it through the struggle. Because not saying or walking a mile in my shoes, let's just be honest, that stuff comes from a state of bitterness. Somebody who's like stricken with grief by whatever they went through, that they just want to throw that as a like excuse for people to just be like, you can't tell me what I've been through. You don't know what I've been through. Like, I may not know and I may never know, but you can't use that as a crutch to keep going on in life as like, yo, this is why I'm this way and I can't get out of it.
That's the thing. It's like it's a psychological mindset where you will always consistently be negative if you're in a negative state, and it's so hard to like rewire yourself back into that positive.
Yeah. So
you want to know what I found like a few years ago? I found it a few years ago on the internet, and since then it's given me such an amazing outlook on how to look at people and how they struggle and how they thrive. And it's goes off of how people say, oh, you don't have it that bad. These people have it so much worse. You have no right to feel sad or anything. But people like feel so heavily about that, but they never want to think about what they're really saying. They're saying that your bad is up here on the good bad meter. And some people's bad is right here, so they only have the right to feel bad. But at the same time, What if their good is only here, while that person who's bad is here has a good way up there? Do the people down here have no right to feel happy because there's someone that has much better stuff than them?
Well, dude, that goes back to the whole political correctness thing, because that's the way people want. They want to say, like, you know, this group of people statistically has it worse than this group of people, so this group of people, like, deserves to have more objectively because of the way the statistics roll out. And it's just like, you can't treat people like groups. You can't treat a person as a member of their group. You have to treat a person as an individual. And every individual's, you know, my good, if my good is right here and somebody else's good is here, and I see my good as being here because of my perspective, that's just the way it is. We have to start learning to treat people like individuals. Mm-hmm. And every single person has a story, and every single person has their highs and their lows, and we aren't, you know, nobody's entitled to have people respect that quality in them, but we are entitled to be treated as more than just a statistic or an object or a number as part of a group.
Yeah, the worst thing is that people don't understand the meaning of equality. That's why I can't get into, like, I mean, I can understand the concept, of course, but when it goes to a lot of feminism, because it's not really what they really wanted to perceive as. When you go equality, you have to go at it in the middle. It has to be right in the middle, because if you have, like, a good scale of what's equal for every person, then you're not going at it in the way that you think you are, because, you know, girls want to have, like, the same rights, which is a good thing, because, I mean, like, there's some unfair treatment, but at the same time, that's not fair as to how you want to, like, go and bash every guy because he's a guy. That's not cool.
Yeah.
So, you know, concepts like with people going with equality, because to be honest, I don't want to sound like, well, this is one thing I don't like when I start talking like this, is that I don't want to sound like I know everything. I don't. Mm-hmm. But this blueprint basically is how I like laid out. It has yet to be, like, the theory has yet to be, like, disproven. Finding out, like, what makes people equal, I feel as though I found that already. But until the day I get it, like, disproven, I think I'm just going to have to go about it this way, because if we go about it, like, focusing on every right that every person has, then we can get to that state of, like, being at peace and understanding. But, you know, the worst thing that, you know, as history will even play out for you, people let their egos get ahead of them.
I think there's also a problem with, at least this is, like, from my perspective, I think that there's a problem with, like, overgeneralizing a population instead of, like, going with the individual standpoint.
Nolan's point.
Yeah, so, like, people just, like, go with the overall, like, opinion, like, oh, we should just do this. And most people benefit while others, you know, don't get anything, or worse, they get less from it. And I think it's just because, like, we're so progressive. We have that progressive mindset, and we don't want to, like, slow down and, oh, we should, like, focus more on these individuals who are suffering. No, we should, like, just keep pushing forward, because we can only go in the direction of up from here. And though I like that idea of, like, just continuing to advance, but I feel like we should also slow down sometimes.
There is actually a quote from a Marvel comic involving Beta Ray Bill, who's he's basically like a horse-like alien that has the powers of Thor. He's got the hammer and everything. There's a quote where he was basically saying that if there is a God, then he doesn't believe that he's out there, and it doesn't matter whether a God or a system of morality exists in the universe, that as a being with a sense of morality, you know, he says, if we are to make anything in this world, then let us make good. And that's something that I really resonated with me, because not everyone in this world is going to make good. It's not ingrained in the human situation. It's not ingrained in the universe for everything to be good all the time. But as an individual, I want to choose to do good 9 out of 10 times if I can help it.
The thing that makes that so hard is that doing good a lot of the time goes against human nature and just animal nature in general.
Mm-hmm.
Because the nature of living things is to survive. And sometimes you have to throw others down to keep yourself up. And so finding equality to where you're willing to put yourself in danger to help someone as much as you're willing to put them in danger to help yourself, that's the hard part to get.
Yeah.
And as much as people try and fight for equality among sexes, genders, sexuality, race, religion, all of that, it's almost impossible to fight what's wired into you. We can build on it little by little by little, but the real change of to where that blindness of differences, that's going to take thousands of years because we have to evolve into that.
There's a good example of what you just said going on in the world right now with the both the Mexican immigration crisis and the Syrian and the Muslim immigration happening in Europe and in England. Is these are both the United States and the United Kingdom are both very much very, very liberal minded, very progressive minded civilizations, and we have these people coming from places where it's just a constant and never ending struggle, and there's just death and there's dying and there's horrible things and there's disease and stealing and thievery and all these horrible things going on there. And so you have this clash between these cultures where this culture is saying, let's bring all these people in because they need our help, and we have to do what's right in this world. We have to be, the first. We have to be the first people to say, come and we'll take care of you, and we'll make this world for you, and we'll take you away from all this evil that where you are, and in some cases that does happen. And hopefully it happens for more people than it doesn't. Mm-hmm. But what ends up happening instead is these people are, with all their problems, are coming into these countries that have less problems, and they're bringing their problems with them. And they can't help it because, like you said, it's not that they're doing evil, it's that they're doing what they need to survive. And when while they're doing that, they're not thinking about good or evil. They're thinking about, I have a family and they need to eat and they need to be nourished. Mm-hmm. And there's no way you can get around that. And there's no argument that can be made against it. And if you do, I have said on more than one occasion that I support Donald Trump. I don't necessarily
like the way he's going about it.
I don't necessarily like the idea of deporting people back to their country. While I do think that those countries should be helped and fixed in a way, the one thing that I don't think is, we just have to find a way. We have to find a way, and chances are we won't. Chances are, God and Jesus are going to rain fireballs down upon the earth before we can get it figured out, and he can fill in the blanks. Lord knows that's what I pray for every night, is that all these people that aren't having their blanks filled by all of us in our privilege, where we might be able to help them, hopefully he can come down and just end their suffering and give them that life. And that's why I'm a Christian, because I want to believe that the people that are in these shitty situations, when they're off this earth, will be just in a never-ending place of happiness. That's all you can ever pray for.
I don't know, like, I hate getting onto the topic of religion because I know that my view is not necessarily taboo, but it's very uncommon because it's not agnostic, It's not atheist, but it's not an actual
It's not the common thing.
practice. Yeah.
People need to understand the choices that we make affect this reality. Because based off of that blueprint, now that I think about it, it goes off of, well, the rights that everybody has that has yet to be disproven is, let's see, first one is our right to be. Basically, whatever carnality that you're born into, that's what you have, and you have the right to have that because that's yours. And then the next one is the right to feel, which is basically any situation, your reaction towards whatever like foundation you're put into. That's how begin the process for you. Now then, it comes to the sense of individuality. You have that right as well because that's your process to think. Because everybody has their own individual flame, something that ignites them to become what type of person they are, and nobody can take that away from you. And that basis right there, you have to understand with that very right, that's the very thing that can put us to our downfall. Because you can feel as though the way you think is better than somebody else's their perspective, which goes on the way of like our right to accept things. Because the thing that can stop us from accepting something is something that brings us very harsh amount of grief. Because grief is basically holding on to something you can't accept, which is something that you went through in that like a traumatic past, something like that, emotionally fit like most of the time. Because emotions are the very thing that help us create our reality. Then that goes around our way to express ourselves, our right to express. If you don't have a way to like get the stuff out, either creatively or just very simplistic, something that helps you as an individual cope with some things that may not go the way you work, like the way you want it to work, which is what causes people grief. And that stuff can stop the very emotion that helps them evolve. And then that affects our very perception of everything around us, which can build us our own illusions, like delusions of grandeur, or you can actually see what's actually real for people. When you find that connecting light, everything can work out for you. But if you don't open every aspect of your being, something's going to block it. Any type of physical attachment can block you from becoming a really good person. And, even if you are a really good person, there's somebody who has something that's blocked that can just put anything out of whack.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Continuing my thought with earlier, it's different because yes, I believe in God, but I don't believe he plays an active role in our lives. The way I always saw it, well, after a certain point, the way I looked at it was more of a watchmaker.
Yeah, man.
The way
totally.
I believe, my belief is that God set things in motion. He created the universe however it was, whether it was through some scientific way that science can explain, but he had a touch in it and set everything in motion. He set everything in motion, but once that he saw that it can run on its own, he left it. Absolutely. If God is an all-powerful being, what stops him from creating other grand things of infinite proportions and sizes? So along with that, I believe with multiverse and all that. But how all of life was created, I do believe that it was just a random set of things that just happened to go with the way that he set things in motion. I don't believe God planned everything out. Everything just happened by his creation. He stumbled upon an incredible thing to where life can exist. Life, contemplation, morality, all of that.
It's truly unfathomable when you think about it.
Yeah, and with that, I think he can intervene, but won't. Not until something is breaking, the way a watchmaker would. They don't mess with it if something like ticks out of order. They mess with it once it stops ticking. When it stops ticking, that's when they reset it, fix what's broken, and set it off again.
That, the way you're talking about it almost sounds like Fade. That all the good and bad in the world is just a part of the, the primordial soup of existence. And that it's just kind of, it's there and it's good and it's bad to us. Mm-hmm. But from his perspective, it's just, the way things are.
Yeah.
So far, you're on the right mark.
And that's why I try and find the good in everything that's ever, because that's just how it is. I have such a strong belief in, like, everything that I am a part of, every little group, no matter how small, I fight for it as hard as I can, the more a part of me it is. Starting with myself, that grows to my family, my friends. After that is colleagues and acquaintances. After that, the people in my city, well, my neighborhood, my city. After that, my county, my state, my country. And then as it gets bigger and borders expand beyond the horizons and into the cosmos, humanity, my race, my planet. Like, if there's colonization in other planets and we do run into some foreign alien threat, if things came down to it, any grief that I had with anyone ever that's on this planet would cease. And then if we expand beyond that to different galaxies, universes, systems, dimensions, my loyalty will keep compacting or expanding depending on how imminent the threat is. And that's how I've always been. I will fight to the death for anyone that shares a commonality with me. And the sad thing is, that's also the downfall of man, is that we relate so hard with someone that has any sort of commonality with us, that if anyone has the slightest difference, we will jump on it, pounce on it, and degrade, attack, and destroy whatever it is, or try to assimilate it.
Absolutely.
And at one point it's good, at the other, it causes a downfall of morality, ideas, rights, everything.
That's where the right to accepting comes from. That's where the heart space comes from. If you open your heart space more, that's where the compassion actually helps you to evolve. What is it?
Truly, I think Aniyah was getting at something earlier, and that's that any rights given to man by a rule of law doesn't exist. And one thing that Aniyah has talked about a lot is the rights of Buddhism, which are like this, basically, you know, those are things that nobody can take away from you ever, really. Am I completely off my mark?
No, you're right. Because
those are the things that we should be more, stake ourselves on, are those things, because that's what's important.
Yeah.
Is the common core values of the human spirit.
The thing is, people have a problem with this still, because that's the blueprint, but people don't seem to understand that science and spirituality work hand in hand. Because duality is a part of the same coin. So it's going to take them a minute.
The sad thing is, as impossible as it seems, every one of those things can be taken away with enough force.
Oh, no, it can't.
Or enough power.
Because if you think about it, since it's imbalanced, you're in a sense of neutrality. Because something that has nothing, if you will, has potential to be something. That's why, well, I mean, I don't want to talk about it, but just in the sense of using the word gray area, being in a blank state to where you can go on either side. That's the potential of our rights. Now, the thing is, the rights have the colors of the rainbow. And when you get a rainbow, that's light shedding through a clear prism, a transparent prism, something of ether, if you will. Because ether is kind of like the lens of your psychology, like your thought pattern as an individual. And
what about things you can't see?
You can't see? That's where your intuition comes from, because that's your soul.
No, I'm saying like how everything has a color.
I can't see
Colors are only so much.
in the dark.
Yeah, but that's intuition. That's what I'm saying. That's the light. Because your soul, as a, let's see, what I've been doing, a physical level of light is time. Because like time, light is from a dimension and a measure. So when you have that, that all comes with experience. Because like every single living creature in this like reality, we have a time limit. Or you can extend it through the extension of yourself, through compassion of people like carrying what you had as a will in their hearts or as offspring. Because it can be carried. Like, I mean, it could be seen as a form of immortality, if you will. Like the immortal soul, something that goes on forever if somebody keeps a piece of you within them. Physically or emotionally, spiritually, whatever you want to see. Because it can go on. Now, stuff you can't see, you shouldn't let stuff like that bring you out to fear or a sense of hesitation. Because though it can be seen, it can be possible, depending on what you're not seeing and what you would like to see. That's where perception and time comes from. Measure and a dimension affects everybody.
I think that also comes into play when I think about probably my greatest fear is what's after death.
No, that.
Like every single time I bring up that question, I like bring myself in this space of absolute darkness where I can't see,
You feel empty,
feel, or think. I just am nothing.
The thought of nothing is, I believe, the most impossible thing for a mind to comprehend.
Yeah.
It could never comprehend nothing.
Well, because nothing has potential to be anything. That's why when you're in the state of just is, that's the highest form of anything.
But
Because
even the state of just is something. If atheism is right and there's nothing at the end, when you die, you cease. Literally everything that ever was and ever will be and ever before, now, after is nothing. There truly is nothing. You do not exist on any plane of anything ever. You could be remembered, but that is from another person's perspective. Your self, just say, doesn't exist anymore. And that is an impossible thing to imagine. Because you will always think of something when you try and imagine literally nothing.
well, the right to think is the third out of 7. So from the just is perspective, the justice would be the highest. So we just have to. Well, the problem is from overthinking situations, that what causes people hesitation. Because in terms of elements, when it comes to thinking, like when it comes to a thought, a flame will probably be the best. Because if you overthink something, it tends to break down your foundation and let you crumble emotionally and just physically. Now, in terms of immortality, I thought that's something I never really gave it that much thought, because when it comes to like the thought of death, when I die, that's just it. I mean, like, I don't see what the benefit of me living in some other, well,
Existence.
yeah, it doesn't really make any sense to me, because I wouldn't want to be sent to another physical body, because I don't see that as a thing. And why somebody would want that? That just means I'm still holding on to carnal desires.
Well, the thing with the afterlife is you're not physical. You're an ether.
So yeah, when it comes to that ether, that's still on the level of psychology, the thought process. So what would I be thinking about as an ether? That has to. I wouldn't be thinking.
You exist.
I just want to.
And it's just that.
If I were to imagine my perfect afterlife, it would just be
Bacon.
Probably.
Bacon beds.
I mean, if I wanted it to
bacon,
be.
all of it.
I just want to exist as creation and just, if I had a thought, it would just be. And it not only would it be, but I would be as much as it was existing. Anything that was a thought would be, and I would be it and the thought and myself and the thing next to it. And it would all just be a merry, harmonious place where everything would just make sense to anyone else but me,
well, then you become part of that source.
It'd just be me as the universe. You know, that would be awesome.
Yeah, the law of creation. That's plain and good. But
what you're saying reminds me a lot of, what's it called? Rose's Room.
From Steven Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the moment you said it, I thought of Rose's Room.
It is, yeah.
On a much deeper level. Because he just thought things, but he was outside of their existence. You're thinking of being Rose's Room, where you are it.
Yeah, pretty much. Which I don't think that's, too absurd. I mean, so there are people who theorize that, God is everything that ever was, and all of us are just as much a part of him as he is a part of us.
And then that's when you get stuck in the what's it called?
Mm-hmm.
The paradoxical domino effect of we are a thought of someone who's using what you said, who's in their afterlife of creation. But who's to say that God isn't the thought of someone else's afterlife creation, and it just goes on and on?
Very well could be, man.
But the element that people usually associate God with is light, right?
No.
They don't associate him with light?
No.
What do they associate him with? Because they always say, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. And they always say...
Well, they say the light, but he's more associated with, I guess, what you said is.
Yeah. And then when it comes to time, you have to understand that light is on that measurement of it.
But God exists outside of all of that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It just is. It's basically...
It's unfathomable.
The omnipotence.
It's not even worth talking about.
The omnipotence. That's what people want. I want people to try to at least kind of think of that, because it's kind of weird to come from something that's unfathomable and you can't see it as being fathomable.
Honestly, the only way to explain God is literally to accept every idea.
Yeah, and that comes from the laws of creation, because to be part of that very creation that God wants you, that he made you from, right? That will make you a part of existence.
And you want a good counterpoint to your to be able to imagine the unfathomable?
Imagine the unfathomable.
Yeah. The best counter argument I can give to that is understanding the human brain. There's an argument for it that is, as of this moment, infallible.
Infallible?
Yep. What it is that if the human brain were simple enough to be understood, it couldn't.
If it was simple to be...
If the human brain were simple enough for man to understand it, he couldn't.
If it was simple enough for man to understand it.
That he couldn't.
Makes a lot of sense.
Well, then it's better than
That's
just
pretty
accept
cool.
it, right? As just is.
That's pretty cool, man.
Right?
For the most part.
It's unfathomable how
but the
freaking
brain
tired
is
I am
unfathomable.
Oh, okay. So
that's what it's talking about. You cannot imagine
Imagine
what the brain can do.
Oh, okay.
It is an unfathomable thing, because if it was simple enough to understand,
everything
you
would
couldn't.
be loosey.
All right, loosey goosey.
Because your brain would not have the processing ability to understand itself, and it's forever that way. It is kind of like the thought of the infinite hotel, with a set of infinite rooms with an infinite number of people going in. At one point, there's no vacancy, but at the same time, there's always an empty room.
Yeah. Oh, so
Bruh.
so yeah. Then
I did a lot of video searching, reading, and just researching infinite. And the more I did, the more I realized I understood literally nothing about it. I cannot imagine an infinite, just like I cannot imagine a nothing.
yeah, just like when people disproved the Big Bang Theory. That's when that nothing started coming to me. But then it's really sad to think about it more, because we already know it's sad that people just can't accept. If this unfathomable thing can be understood, there's no point in going at it with fear and hesitation. Like, how people just don't understand where's the answer, where all these answers are coming from. Just know there's answers, and try your best to make this experience on this plane as fair as possible.
And that's one reason, the whole point of afterlife and religion kind of...
Yeah, I don't really...
It makes me worry a lot, because a lot of people use that as a crutch, I may do bad things to you now, but I feel if I do good later, I can exist later on. So my bad can be forgiven.
Yeah, so that's...
If people imagine that this is our one and only shot at ever existing, I think people would tread a lot more lightly. If they just went off of morality alone. But that's my view. Like, a lot of people use religion as the guideline. But at the same time, people who don't should and say morality this, morality that. The argument on both sides is redundant. They're fighting one side of morality against the same exact side of morality, saying that you should be good for God, while others are saying you should be good because you should be good. And they're arguing at each other that, no, your reason for being good is wrong. Why can't people, like, with an eye, accept, just be good? Whether it's for God, whether it's for yourself.
But then there's different ideas of what good is.
There is, but there's a general consensus in what it is based off of everyone's conscious. Everyone, at least from my experience, has that thought process of, this might be wrong, but I believe I'm doing it for the greater good. That's the that's the strange thing. And I've learned a lot in like Sunday school, where good actions with bad intentions is a bad action. And conversely, a bad action with a good intention is a good action. Where the story that I was told, it was a man lives on like a dirt farm. There's nothing growing, crops are nothing. But his family is dying of starvation. And so what he does is he goes down the road and steals chickens from his neighbor and takes them home and cooks them and eats them. And with thou shalt not steal being one of the 10 commandments, he's breaking one of God's like rules, his direct rules. But the way I was taught in Sunday school was, although he's breaking a rule of God, God will not punish him because he did it to save his family. That he had only the best of intentions behind this bad action.
I forget where I read it from, but I read something recently that kind of struck a chord with me a little bit. I forget. I'm trying to think of where I read it, but it's something along the lines of, two men will raise arms to fight each other in pursuit of happiness, even with the knowledge that both of them would be happier if they had never, begun to fight in the first place.
That reminds me of the trench wars. Was that what it was called formerly?
Like war?
Yeah, when they were fighting the trench, and then they had that 1 day of peace because it was Christmas.
Oh, in World War I?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Christmas ceasefire?
Yeah. Jeez. And I remember watching it was an Apple video about it. So they showed a way of how people were exchanging gifts despite being on opposite sides and having different opinions. It made me think about if it, what is right if these two have to it's either you or me.
Well, it all depends on
What's that? What's that?
Just telling them something though it's not disrupting conversations.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Matter of fact, I did have an idea as to how we get into this video now that I think about it.
Okay.
But it was a long shot, kind of. It depends on how you want to go. We could, because this whole conversation, we could just piece off and just have it our own thing. And then from whatever point we were going to cut off before talking about Homeboy with the clock, we could kind of just crop it from there and kind of end it off funny. Because I don't think anybody wants to see us get all somber. But this is...
We've had a few like that.
Yeah.
We could just end it, like this.
With that copyright?
Right? Turn that off.
I was about to say, at this point, then
also, I'm, vocally crippled right now.
Dang it, YouTube.
Yeah. They're blood people and stuff.
Yeah.
Part of you, sister. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, a conversation like this could, go on infinitely by itself, and so we could continue talking like this.
Yeah, we probably could, even after we're done recording.
Yeah. We've done that before.
I ain't gonna do that.
You don't understand, dude. Justin
I'm staying the night here. I don't even care.
Dude, before Justin and I would we'd have talks before the podcast for a couple of hours, do the podcast, and then continue talking till about 5, 6 in the morning. We record it at like 8.
Oh yeah, we done that before. Done that plenty of times.
Yeah, Justin and I would get together at about like 5 in the afternoon, hang out, talk, go to the U of R, talk through the podcast for about an hour, and then continue talking from 9 to like daytime.
Yeah.
We've done that on countless occasions.
And it's good to have conversations, like, even if it seems pointless. I know that, like...
Everything's pointless.
Yeah,
All right, you freaking nihilist. Calm down.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Before
God.
I bring out my Linkin Park records on.
Yeah.
Oh God, bleed.
You know what? No, I don't
What's I
I
think
don't know if it's nihilist, because nihilists believe nothing has a point. There's no point in doing it. My thing is, if nothing has a point, why not have fun?
This is true.
That's why this plane is considered the playground of emotions and ideas. Totally makes sense. The reality we live in, though people like to call it illusion, which I don't, is where we can express ourselves in this time we have as like to experience as souls and carnal like bodies and stuff.
And
so,
that is why there exists a song that talks about eating the booty like groceries.
Because they wanted to have fun with it.
it's a playground of ideas and emotions.
Hey, girls,
I-
The
They
booty,
wanna
the
have
booty,
fun.
however, is not a
that
playground.
is your problem. You contradict
Booty's
yourself.
not a playground of flavor,
How am I
ladies and
contradicting
gentlemen.
myself? This is what I'm gonna
No,
explain.
I know.
Okay.
Because you're like, accept all ideas. And then you're like, man, fuck that shit.
Yeah, no, hey, I do accept it. I just ain't with it. It don't motivate me to be like, yo.
Yo, I ain't
Yeah.
with it right now.
Yeah,
I wasn't with it an hour ago, man. I freaking, man.
Is that what with it?
Dude, I freaking, my brain checked out. I mean, typically people gotta get into LSD to be talking about what we're talking about.
Oh God.
And my brain checked out about 2 hours ago, and I started, going into some hippy dippy, and I feel good. Yeah, I feel really good right now, you guys. I'm feeling really peaceful.
I would.
I
What's
don't
that?
know, Rick. It seems pretty weird that you're talking about doing drugs in the middle of a podcast.
Look, Morty. You don't understand.
Oh, God.
The power of the infant. Shut up, Morty. Just get in the trunk.
Oh my God, what the hell?
It's a little tight in here, Rick. I don't know. Boop.
All right, I'm over it.
You're right. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I think it is good to have these conversations on DangIT Prodcast because it is a different side of us. It's something that some people may check out of, and some people will actually check in.
Yeah.
Oh, so how? Yeah,
Dude, that's the thing about our podcast is they're stupid.
They're
they're diverse.
Stupid diverse.
Yeah,
We
they
literally
can go
started this with bullshitting.
Yeah, and then it went and
and
anything
then
else.
went sentimental.
Man,
and
I
then
didn't
it's
think
like,
we were gonna
you know,
have anything to talk about, but we sure as hell did.
Man,
This is like one of our longest ones we've done in a long time.
and when it's just a few number of us too.
Yeah,
Man.
I might not even just edit too much on this one.
Just let it roll.
Yeah,
Or like
Because
if people don't want to get into the samba part, you could just like edit a part of the video, but like this one gets like hell deep if you don't want to watch it for the wolves.
Nah,
Or you just put it at the beginning, be like, hey, or fucking name that the title.
Yeah, right.
DangIT
Yeah.
Productions Gets Deep, episode 71.
it's deep.
After some
Sorry,
shit.
sorry. I thought about something else, but okay.
It don't fit! I'll make it fit!
How's that feel, Linda?
No, fucking Cell, stop fisting me!
Oh yeah. Oh my
Okay.
God. All at once.
Oh, not all at once!
Oh, it's funny though.
Fucking Nolan, I still remember that one quote you said, like, something, just fill your ass with as many anal beads as you can while you're checking off, and when you're ready to go, just rip that shit like a lawnmower.
Oh my God. This is brutal. Damn. Bro.
Oh yeah.
Freaking pull it so hard you get doo-doo flakes on the wall.
Oh. Nasty.
Can we stop it there?
I was gonna ask how we're going to do it, so let's just end it here.
Yeah.
So,
doo-doo flicks.
vocally
That's the term I've
crippled,
heard.
very insightful, very sentimental.
Dude, good job.
What?
I wish you good luck on the highlights of this.
What highlights?
Exactly.
It's gonna be like 0. Get sentimental.
Right? Yeah, I was gonna tell you about
Becomes
marketing.
infinite.
That's funny. But yeah, good one.
Oh god. Alright. So I guess we're done here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. You guys have been watching episode 71 of DangIT Prodcast. My name is Justin.
I'm Gabe.
Aniyah.
Nolan,
It's Demons over there.
Harlan.
And thanks for watching.
No.
Hashtag bye.
Bye, Malik.
Freaking Mark. Yeah, freaking
Mark.
Mark. Mark. Bruh.
Infinity.